We're at a place called the Blue Lagoon on the Pembrokeshire coast, just kind of as the Pembrokeshire coast starts, I think. Isn't it wild here?
Yeah, it is, but it's beautifully sunny as well, bizarrely enough.
Picked a good day. Your hands are usually dropping off, aren't they? But this is so wild, it's like it's untamed. So we've parked down at the car park just there. It's a little bit kind of rocky as a car park, but it's okay.
I'm so excited about seeing this place because I've read about it, I've seen it on like other vlogs and stuff, and I'm so excited about seeing it. And it's literally, I think, just around this corner, but I dare walk around the corner just in case it doesn't live up to my expectations. Come on, let's go see.
This is actually where we are, the Blue Lagoon. So it says it was quarried, slate was quarried from Aberridi, excuse the pronunciation there, until 1910. The Blue Lagoon was formed when the channel connecting to the quarry sea was blasted, allowing the sea to flood in. The water in the Blue Lagoon is deep and cold. Yay. Wow.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't think the water was going to be that blue because it's not far from where we were in our last vlog, where they quarried all the slate and stuff like that, if you saw that one. And it's actually related to that, why this has been created. But I didn't think it'd be that blue because the sea over there were blue, but it wasn't that blue. But this is like unbelievable, the colour. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at this. Look at this.
Look how clear this water is. It's beautifully blue, beautiful Blue Lagoon. You can actually jump off here. Look, there's signs up saying jump at your own risk. I'm not going to give that a go, but I am going to go for a swim.
Where's Birdie, Daisy?
Daisy's trying to chase a bird. Daisy, what are you doing?
I can't go up there, sweetheart. It's too high for
She
me.
really likes it, this particular bird. She's
Come
not usually
on.
bothered about birds. You like him, don't you?
Come on. It's too high up there for me. Come on. This way. Is it cold? Can't see. What is it? What is it? What is it? I've no idea what he's seen here. Looks a bit freaked though. What is it?
You see that?
No.
I was swimming and all of a sudden a seal just popped its head up there.
No, they didn't see anything. Maybe I've caught it on footage. We'll have to do a bit of research. Maybe he's not meant to go in the water at this time of year or something like that. I'm not sure. There's no signs though. There's nothing saying that you can't get in. I'll have to do a bit of Googling and see what it says. But there's no signs, definitely not, because I've checked everything on the way up here and there's nothing on the previous beach or on the walk up here saying that you can't go in at certain times or anything. Maybe it's just a seal having a little bit of a swim. I've never seen Reese freak out so much in my life. That was so funny. I'm going to be really interesting if we look back at footage and see if you can actually see his little head pop up behind Reese. Said he was just swimming and all of a sudden this little head popped up in front of him. Oh, it'd be so funny if we could actually see that. I didn't see it when I was filming though. There he is. So we've had a Google and apparently he is good to go. He can go in at this time of year, so it's not that he's not allowed. We've checked online and everything's fine, so.
I've just had a quick Google and it says it's shut from the 21st of September to the 2nd of November due to breeding season for the seals. So I don't want to disturb him, but I think as long as I keep to the shallows here and don't go over there, because it is technically open. I think it's out of breeding season now. I've triple checked, it is out of seal breeding season. So I think he's just swimming about, he's just come for a swim. So I'm just going to keep out of his way, because they can go for you if you corner them apparently, and they feel threatened. So just keep out of his way, and I'll just stick to the shallows, I think. So I know you might be screaming at me to get back in, but it's not the done thing. It's not the done thing. It's the seal's home and it, not mine. And I swam with a seal accidentally. I had no idea at all that this were even a seal, because there's no signs anywhere saying it's a seal breeding ground. But when I've had a look, I can technically swim, but it's not the done thing, is it? You know, to go, oh, I can technically swim, but I can clearly see a seal still there. It's not my home, it belongs to the seal, so I'm not going to get back in. I'm not going to do that because it's not fair on it to frighten it. It could still be breeding, I don't know. It's such a small lagoon to kind of get in with it. It'd be like, you know, imagine if it came in van, it wouldn't want it in van, would I? So why should I get in there with it? So I'm just going to let it swim in peace. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to watch it like you should do from the cliffs and enjoy it. So I had absolutely no idea at all that seal were there. It shocked me and I panicked and I swam, which is definitely not what you should do if you come across a seal like that. If you're ever wild swimming in the wild, and I know this stuff, if ever you're wild swimming in the wild and you see a seal literally a couple of feet from me, then you don't move basically. Let it be curious at that point if it wants to be. But the last thing you should do is panic like I did and swim like mad, because it's likely to chase you, innit? So I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed completely calm and yeah, not done. Don't do what I did. Panic. It just took me by complete surprise. I was swimming and then all of a sudden they were like, hello. I'm sure it wouldn't have hurt me, but I won't going to take any chances. What I should have done is stayed calm and then slowly made myself slowly made my way out of the water very calmly, not swim like an Olympic swimmer across a lagoon. I should have just stayed calm and calmly made my way out and left it in peace. But anyway, I did leave it in peace. I'm sure it was shocked about seeing me as I were about seeing it.
Sunbathing.
So we're going to head to Pembroke now, like the actual place, which is on the Pembrokeshire National Coast. But it looks really cool. It looks a really cool place. And then below Pembroke, there's some really cool beaches. Because we'd looked at a couple of other beaches, but they're just like this one. We didn't want to go beach when it looks the same. So we found some really cool things that we want to explore. First, we need some fuel and we need some water. So that's the next job. Let's go.
I'm running out of time. Every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing.
Run on that, please.
All together?
Yes, please. Got your Lucozade.
So I'm literally just walking down the back of the Morrison's petrol station. Usually at Morrison's there's cold water, fresh water filling taps on the side of the petrol station that you can use free of charge. So I'm just doing a bit of a search for it now. I usually have them at all Morrison's, but I can't seem to see it anywhere at the minute. Well, apparently they don't have one here, which is the first time I've known that at Morrison's, to be honest. They usually do have one, so we're going to have to try and find some water elsewhere. No water filling, I'm afraid, love. So we're going to have to move on, try and find some somewhere else. Daisy!
So this is our park up for tonight at Pembroke Dock. It seems okay, a few houses and stuff, but we're kind of out of the way in this little car park area here. So we still need to find some water. There's like a marine museum kind of thing here, so we're going to go ask them if we can fill water. And apparently there's a laundrette behind here as well, so we're going to try and do the laundry there, hopefully. Explore this area. It's very, very industrial. It's got kind of a cool vibe to it, very different to kind of where we've just come from with the Blue Lagoon. But still cool. I quite like filming and exploring these kind of cool industrial places with these vibes. So we're just gonna have a little bit of a wander, see what we can see what we can explore. But the most important thing really is that we get water. But at least we've got a park up for tonight. That's the main thing. It's getting dark. These winter months it gets dark so early, doesn't it? So park up with the main thing done. Let's see if we can get water and then see if this laundrette. I don't know what time laundrette's open till. Let's get some water. So if you're new here and you just clicked on this vlog to watch a seal, we are Emma Reese and our little dog Daisy. We travel all around the UK in our camper van called Romany, just exploring and finding stories and memories. And we also travel across Europe as well when we can, hoping to go to Italy at some point. It actually looks like it's going to rain. The rain in Wales has actually been really kind to us. I know everybody's kind of been commenting saying, oh, I really apologise about the rain that you're about to experience. But apart from the first kind of week or so, it's been all right. It's been okay. It's not been too bad at all. We've had some quite nice weather and really mild for the time of year still, but these clouds are looking menacing at the moment. We have a bit of a problem. I've just googled and apparently this thing shuts at 4 and it's now like 5 to, and it's our only, well, it's plan A for water anyway. Well, there'll be a plan B for water, there always is, but we're literally out. So they're just shutting up, and we kind of said, oh, we need to get some water, and they didn't offer to get us any. So plan A out of the question, guys. That's gone. A little pub here that's plan B for water, but we also need to do work on the laptop. Now, because our inverter plug socket thing is currently broken, because I broke it by leaving it on apparently, then we can't charge any 3-point plugs in the van, so we're constantly finding electricity. So that pub is potentially a option for charging the laptop, doing a bit of work, and potentially getting some water. But first, because of that, we're actually going to try and find this laundrette first, because we don't want that to shut either. So, anybody new here? Like, what have I just stumbled on here? What have I clicked on? So,
I've been doing my life for like 12 years and we're still really rubbish at it. We're never organised.
So we need to go get the laundry and take it to this laundrette, and then we're going to go to the pub and see if we can get some water and plug the laptop
Just even
in.
the basics, like being able to drink or being able to plug things in or being able to do your washing, we're not good at all.
Took me like 5 minutes of vlogging to explain that we're going to do some laundry.
We're
get
better
some
in
water.
Europe, aren't we? We're always better in Europe.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know why that is. I think it's just because everything's more easily accessible.
It is easier, is van life and travelling around in a van in Europe. But anyway, back to Romany to get the laundry. What are you sticking your tongue out for? We're going to go do some laundry. Exciting, isn't it? Come on then. New plan of action, because that's really heavy. So we'll put the laundry in Daisy's pram and I'm going to walk Daisy. Come on, Daisy. No, we're not going that way, it's this way. Good girl. So this is perfectly normal, isn't it? Pushing laundry in a pram through the streets of Pembroke Dock.
That depends where you grew up.
I'm looking forward to...
Perfectly normal where I grew up.
Yeah, normal where I did as well, actually. I'm looking forward to Pembroke itself. Never been to Pembroke. I don't know if it's any good or not. So we're going to spend a couple of days around here, I think, just because that's a really good park up, and then explore Pembroke. Yeah, this is useful. More than it being nice, this is useful because we can get quite a bit of stuff done here that we need to get done before we continue along the Pembrokeshire coast and all the rest of what South Wales has to offer. See, when you're on the road, these are all the things you look for. Where can I get water? What's a potential plug socket? Where's the nearest laundrette? Where's the park up for tonight? Price of freedom. Before we go to the laundrette, we actually need a cash machine. So we're looking to see where we can get cash out from a cash machine so that we can actually pay at the laundrette. Although these days, I bet it's card anyway, you know.
I don't think it will be. Most laundrettes aren't. Now, I'm guessing it looks like... Oh, where are we going now? So we've come along there. We're going to go back along there. So we're going to Asda water. Should we just go over to Asda?
Can do.
Shall I fly over there?
Come on then. Let's go to Asda.
Or one of us can fly over there.
So I've been nominated to go to Asda to get some cash out so that we can actually get to the laundrette. By the time we get to the laundrette, I bet it's shut. I bet it's shut, so is everything else on this channel. Right, Asda. That big Welsh dragon on the side of this Asda. Cash machine. Right, let's find this laundrette. I promise you it's going to be short, this. That'll be funny, won't it, after all that, if it is?
Yeah, but you can't win them all, you see. We've already used quite a bit of luck up. You know, we've seen dolphins, we've seen seals.
Accidentally swam with a seal.
You can't win them all, can you? You can't have it happen on everything.
It literally handed that experience to us on a plate. Like, literally, the shock. I don't know if the footage, I hadn't even looked back at the footage yet to see the shock on my face. But I was just swimming, and then all of a sudden it popped its head up, and it kind of went like that, as if to say, "Who are you? Where are you from?" And I just panicked and swam like mad. Daisy is not happy that we've given the pram to the laundry. She's most disgruntled. It'll do you good to walk anyway, Daisy. You can walk short amounts, can't you? So there's been a few actually comments, questions. Why is Daisy in a pram? So just to update people that have joined us recently, so Daisy has a brain condition where her brain is 5 times the size it should be, which causes pressure on her spine. So the vet basically said that she can walk, but in very small amounts at intervals throughout the day. So instead of her being bored in the house, we thought we'd give her the best life possible and take her around travelling in a pram. So that's why she's in a pram. Right, we made it. Is it open?
It looks like it, yeah.
What time does it shut?
Oh, I don't know. So I just got back from doing shopping. We went on to Asda to get a few bits for tea. And then I realised when I came out, I've got this badge on, look, with my name on. So when we were in laundrette, there was this lovely little girl. Daisy, give up. Carrying on. There was this lovely little girl in laundrette. She was full of beans, bless her, chatting away to us. She was absolutely lovely. And she did me and Reese a name badge. So her name's Marlene. So hiya Marlene, and thank you for my name badge. And I walked all the way around Asda with it on, so everybody knew my name when I were in there. So I came out and realised I'd got it on, and the lady at the till had said, hello Emma. So then I realised, I thought, wow, does she know my name? And then I realised. So it did help Marlene, because I didn't have to explain who I was. So nice to see you and lovely to meet you. She was a very nice little girl. But we've got back to the van and we've just switched the inverter on. And it seems to have solved itself. It's not making the squeechings. it's not making the squealing noise that it were making anymore. So it seems to have fixed itself somehow or other. And that means that we can now use the laptop from the van, which is absolutely brilliant. So we don't have to go spend any money in the pub now in order to plug it in. So that's great. Daisy is just carrying on alarming, kicking her legs at me because she wants some dinner and she's just had dinner. Honestly, she'd con anybody. Managed to get some water from on at the supermarket, so that's great. So that's over and done with. But as you do, you go to the supermarket and you don't just end up getting water, you end up buying all sorts of other stuff. So we bought some food as well. So £30 later for 2 bags of shopping. It's so expensive now, isn't it? No matter what you buy, it's so expensive. Anyway, I'm going to get some tea on. We're going to get some editing done. We've got a few other jobs that we need to do. Last few bits of his laundry that we didn't manage to dry in time because it had closed. I've managed to get hung up so we can hopefully get them finished off drying and then settle down for the night.
Is the washing up done? Make a brew, and then we'll start tea. Gretel the kettle doing a job again. Go on, Gretel the kettle.
Just because you go for a walk doesn't mean you can have dinner twice. Do you want a blanket to sit on? Coffee and then we'll make some tea. Yeah? Let me have my coffee first and then we'll make some tea.
So a few of you have asked us, how do we cook in a van? I think a lot of people presume that we eat pot noodles and biscuits, which we do, but we also eat like proper food as well, what you do when you live in a house. So today we're having no chicken boona with spinach and basmati rice. So butter in the pan. We'll fry this off. So this no chicken is made by, is it Richmond's that do it? Like a barbecue vegan chicken basically. But it's really nice with some spices. So I've added some sauce to it, let that fry off again a little bit. Really easy to make this. I'm not very good at cooking. In fact, the only thing I can really cook is a paella. But this, it's really easy to make and it's lovely. Only thing is we haven't got any naan bread, so we're going to have real bread. Spinach. It looks a lot, does that, but it will wilt down apparently once it's in the curry. You don't actually need to cook it on the stove, just set it to one side and it'll wilt down on its own. So I've got my rice on, lid on top, leave that simmering. And, perfect. There we are, look at that. I cooked something. You're proud of me? Looks delicious. Right, we're going to have this, watch some TV while we're having his tea.
Just wait to see what we turn it into. Wow. Do you know how to say? I've seen it on TV, it should be fun. Not only are we working on the barn this week, but we're also still chipping away at the old beach. Beast mode! Is that nice? Cool. And today, we're hoping to make some metal guy and cash in.
Nice.
Mountain mirror number 1. Can we do this?
Go on, Craig.
What do you mean? Cutting the floor mats to size. Concreting this section of floor.
Perfect.
Mounting our projector to a beam. Craig's afraid of heights, so...
This gym's going to be epic when they've done it.
The finishing touches. Whoa, this is nuts! So this floor here, we want to have a big mirror that goes across.
Well, the Welsh weather is back this morning. Raining. Can't grumble though, we've had great weather as I was saying. Really, really good night's sleep here, and this provided us with so much really. We're able to do the laundry, we got some water, finally ended up getting it from Asda, so that were like plan C. But we bought some bottles from that, and we finally got some work done on the laptop, some emails and stuff like that, thanks to our trusty 3-point plug. But this is just a really, really cool, quiet park up. Good night's sleep, wasn't it?
It's been a perfect night's sleep. It's been absolutely lovely. And waking up this morning, the tide had come in a little bit. It's gone back out quite quickly actually. But it was just filled with swans here this morning. And even though it's quite a kind of drizzly day, it's still, you probably can't catch it on camera. I'm guessing it'll look a bit dreary, but it feels kind of like that, just that morning freshness, you know. Feels a bit like sort of winter's coming in, but it's really mild temperatures as well. It's been really lovely, yeah. Really, really enjoyed parking up here.
So what we'll do now is we're going to find a couple more park ups around here over the next 2 or 3 days, so we can actually edit this video that we've filmed. And then after a couple of days of doing that, just hanging around here, we're going to explore Pembroke itself, because that's different to Pembroke Dock. So Pembroke is an actual town. It looks beautiful when I've had a Google at it. So we're going to do that. So we'll get the editing done over the next couple of days basically, and that's how we do, that's what we live. If you want to know more about kind of how much van life costs and a little bit more about the van life kind of stuff, that's kind of been the second part of this video, we'll leave a link at the end of the video so you can click on that and find out more about that. Oh, and by the way, I had a nightmare last night.
What are they?
I dreamt I was being chased by a seal.